Hello, my name's Lisa Sarasini. I'm the brass director of the Sunshine Orchestra. I'm here today to teach all our lovely supporters out there all about the brass instruments. Brass instruments are used in the orchestra. Here we have a collection of particularly orchestral instruments. In the orchestra, the brass usually sits at the back of the orchestra because they're much louder than all the other instruments. So they're a little further away from the audience and there's less of them. So for example, you have much more violins than you have of brass. So the first instrument I will show you is the trombone. This is the long tube that doesn't have any valves. In a further video, I'm going to show you how each of these instruments work. So we'll come back to this one in another video. This one is the trumpet, which most of you have probably heard of. This is the smallest brass instrument. So that means this instrument plays the highest pitches from all of the brass instruments. The next biggest instrument is the French horn. This instrument actually, if you unraveled it, would be actually quite long. So this instrument, because it's narrow, is able to play higher notes, but because it's long and this side of the instrument, the bell, is big, it's able to play also low notes. So it's a very versatile instrument. Here we have the tuba, which is the biggest instrument, as you can see. Out of all the instruments, it's the biggest one. So it plays all of the low notes and it's also very loud. And finally, the baby brother of the tuba is the euphonium, which in orchestral music is also referred to as a tenor tuba. It's a smaller tuba. Before I finish, I'll just explain that the reason these are brass instruments is not because they are made out of metal. The reason actually is because each brass instrument has a metal mouthpiece. So a lot of people ask me if a saxophone is a brass instrument. The answer is no, because its mouthpieces have wood elements and plastic elements. The brass instruments, the mouthpieces are purely made of metal. And the way that we make sound on the instruments is simply, we have to make a vibration with our lips, push the air through that vibration, and a sound will come. After that initial sound, the instrument and the way it's designed is purely a microphone. It just makes that sound that you produce louder. So for example, and if I add the instrument to that, you'll get a beautiful sound. So in the next video, I'll explain the individual instruments and what we use them for and how they all differ and what nice sounds they can make.